Evening, everyone. Good evening. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Hey, Mimi. I love your outfit. Pretty.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can hear
I
you
just want to
really
make
well.
sure. Okay.
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 How are you?
I'm good.
Okay, I see people joining us already. Meg is here. She says hi. Hi, Meg.
This Zoom
Hi.
link.
Yeah.
Is it only for people who are in the newbie that can
Yeah.
join
Um, well, they need to be in the group.
before they can join?
Yeah,
Okay.
I know. I wish these days it doesn't let us cast on YouTube and other things. But if they
Why?
to
You
get
need to
in,
set it up.
do they have the link to the group?
No,
Oh no?
no. I wanted to send this to my contractor. He wanted to attend.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, you might have to watch the replay
Right. That's
or
okay.
send the link to join the group. And I'll have Meg just approve them. So if
Okay.
anyone tries to join the group right now, Meg can approve them. So if you send them the link to join, except they're not on
Mhm.
Facebook, right? Because I
Mm,
know not everyone might be on Facebook. Some people are not on Facebook. But Facebook is great
let me
and very
see.
helpful for a lot of people, not just people trying to get into real estate, but people who are in real estate. We get our contacts on Facebook. Yeah, Meg says we can send a link to the replay later. Okay. How is everyone doing? Please type, let us know where you're from. Where are you connecting from? Where are you watching us from? Where are you attending this live from? Your states, your name. Your state and your name. And I'm very excited about this live tonight. Mimi has been so busy, huh?
I'm
Very
too
busy.
busy, extremely busy.
Yeah, I'm sure. And you've been doing a lot of great work.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely. I love when people are bold about what they do. I love when people don't hide what they do because it's not just for you, it's also for people around you, right? When you grow and you lift other people with you, you might not know that's what you're doing. You might think you're just showing off, but you're not. You're actually encouraging other people. You're helping them grow without even knowing it. You're helping them to start to think about what they can do differently. And somewhere along the line, you're going to show them the ropes too. So I'm very, very proud that she does that. She's very confident and she's out there. Hi, hi, Martin. Welcome. Hi, Ruth. Good to see you. Hey. Hi, Irene. Hi, Imelda from Dallas. Hi, Imelda. How are you? And we have Yinka also from New York. Hi, Yinka. She's your inspiration. Oh, Mimi.
Oh, oh,
Martin says you're her inspiration. How about me? Do I
oh.
inspire anybody on? I'm not taking away the spotlight from Mimi today. She's definitely an inspiration to me as well. So thank you for doing what you're doing.
Thank
Okay,
you.
let's get started. While you guys are introducing yourselves in the comments, continuing to tell us where you're from, we're gonna go into to the hot seat. It's not really a hot seat, right? It's just
It
I don't
is.
know. How do you feel about this, Mimi?
I wasn't expecting this so soon.
You thought you had to be a millionaire before being invited to the podium.
Um, I, something like that.
No, come on now. We're always excited about the process, right? You get a
Okay.
deal under contract, that's a big deal. You're working on a deal, that's a big deal because one deal leads to two, leads to three. Who knows, down the line, Mimi, maybe you're like, I have to set up an appointment to invite you to. So I got to do it earlier before I need to put in an application to talk to you. Okay. So better sooner than later. Anyways, how are you all doing? Okay, if we can get started. Okay, so Mimi is actually looking at the comments too, so we're good. Meg says she's so proud of you. Amazing. I am too.
Thank
I
you.
really am proud of you. Okay, I know Mimi as someone who's very comfortable in her skin, and I just want to talk about this. Like, confidence is a big deal in your journey in life. If you like, don't know what you're doing, it's okay. Everybody is trying to figure it out. But if you're confident, you're gonna go far. If you're confident, things can change for you. So be confident in your skin, have a good self-esteem, self-worth, because some of us, like growing up, our journeys in life it's been different. Like there are things that happen to us in life that make us not to have that healthy self-esteem. So now growing up, you gotta rebuild your self-esteem. You wonder, you see people and you're like, why are they so confident? What's the big deal, right? But that's how we should all be. We should all be confident. If we're not confident, there's something wrong with how we perceive ourselves with our self-esteem. So I really love Mimi for that because self-esteem is on point, is an inspiration, and we all need that to do great in life. Okay, so let's start. Can you introduce yourself and how you got into real estate investing, please?
Okay, so I just want to make sure everybody's hearing me. So
We can hear you.
Mimi is, yes, so Mimi is a nickname. My real names are Mildred Ba. So I am from Cameroon originally, and I came to US 2013. So, and then I am a mother of three. I just had a baby boy. I had a baby, it's a preemie baby, but he's doing so great. So he's gonna be one, but actually not one, 8 months this September. And I'm a September baby as well. I was born in September. So Saturday is gonna be my birthday.
Ooh.
So that's a bit, I'm married. So that's a little bit of me about myself right there.
Cool. So where's the party at on Saturday?
I'm still working on it.
Perfect timing. You can't have a birthday on a Saturday and not do anything. When
Right.
is your son's birthday?
30th September.
Oh, wow. Cool. So double celebration this year. Well, if
Yes.
you guys can type in the comments, happy birthday in advance, please. They say happy
Thank
birthday
you,
to you.
everybody.
Cool. So how about tell us how you, and you're currently in what state?
So I'm in Maryland, and I'm pretty much close to Baltimore, but I am in Anne Arundel County. Sometimes when you look my address, it tells you Baltimore, but I'm not in Baltimore City, but I'm sharing the boundary with it. And and then I think you asked about my work. Yes. So I am a data scientist, and um I work with the DoD. That's all I can say. I can't go deeper than that.
Yeah.
Yes. So, and I've been in IT for 7 years now. So I love what I do. So coming into real estate, originally I never I originally I think I can't say that I had found myself that I was going to do this. No. But I think I started watching the show on Netflix called Selling Sunset. I love how the ladies are doing all this real estate and all that. But prior to that, I didn't know that in America, one, we can build from scratch. Two, I didn't even know that people can actually buy houses because when I came in, people were renting. So, but as time goes on, I think maybe the community that I found myself, people were not owning houses. People were just renting. So I didn't see anything like that. But as time goes on, I learned that oh, you can literally own your house. What you're paying as rent is what you could have been paying as mortgage. So that's when all these pieces start coming through. And then I think I heard that, oh, in Nigeria, Nigerians, they build houses from scratch. I heard that somewhere. I was like, oh, they do that so you can literally buy land in America and build your house? They say yes. So it wasn't making sense to me because majority of the places you walk around, you see houses already built. So I was like, where is the land that people are actually buying and they're building from scratch? But then when I started watching that Selling Sunset from Netflix, the way I watched it so much, my husband was like, do you want to stop what you're doing and start selling houses? I was like, maybe something like that, but I didn't want to go into having the license and all that. I started at Google, they say, oh, you can do real estate without having license. I'm asking myself, like, how? When everything in America, you have to have license for this, have license for that. And that's how I started having the interest for it. I started going to sites to look at houses. It become one of my passionate thing. When I hear there is a new building around, I'll go there to just go look at it. Up to the point where I live right now, I had to buy it, they build it. That was where the thing now start coming closer and closer. And then prior to that, I wasn't on Facebook. I stopped being on Facebook 2015. I deactivated my account because it was a distraction. So I was not on any social media just because I didn't want to be distracted from my studies and being focused. So I left. But then there were other things that I wanted to engage myself into, having second stream of income. So I engage myself in other things. Everything I see, they say, oh, you have to join your Facebook groups. I'm like, Facebook again? I don't want to be on Facebook. So the moment now I created Facebook, I've gone to so many sites, seen houses, I had already subscribed on Redfin. It become a nice thing. Every new update, I see it on Redfin. Sometimes I drive there, sometimes I go. I even had a realtor, I even have a contractor. We go there, but I didn't know how I was going to do it. So now when I joined Facebook, just this one nice afternoon browsing, and then that's how I saw acquired real estate, Yenka. It was in March, I think early March 1st. I looked at it, I was like, okay, I started listening how everybody's like, oh, they bought this, they fixed this, they fixed this. I was like, oh, this is interesting. I think one thing that caught my attention there was where you mentioned that we would teach you how to do it, and we guarantee that you're going to have this in 6 weeks. 6 weeks, it didn't keep right to me. I watched that thing over, and when you finish, I think there was a space there where they asked us to put your email. We're going to watch, you're going to do one of the training. So I attended that one. I listened to everything. You literally were breaking down how for you to give us what you're giving us, it cost you a whole lot more than 30,000. And I'm listening to it in my mind. I'm like, I've listened to so many people tell me the same kind of pitching about courses, not in real estate per se, but the same thing I've heard over and over. And then I think there's even one that I even buy to have off-market deals, how to look for them. It cost me $1,000 something. And then I end up not really utilizing it. And I was so angry that money is being in waste. But then when I met you again, I'm like, okay, when I listened, then you came to where you started reducing the cost. I said, there you go again, they're about to charge somebody. And I'm not ready to spend money right now. I really want to do this. How can I do it? And in my community as Cameroonians, I don't know so many Cameroonians that do it. I've not seen a Cameroonian that is an investor. I've only seen one. She is I think the person is in Ohio. So I tried to tell her, can you teach me? She was like, oh yeah, it's easy, I'll teach you. But she never really teach me how to do it. And then I go online, they're saying you can do real estate with no money thing. And then coming again, Yenka is saying the same thing. I'm like, how is this possible? I will watch all the YouTube. Nobody's telling me how I can do it with no money. And then in your own part, you're breaking down things. You've even given us free hard money lender copy. So I've gone through it. I saw something I know. I said, okay, this thing is not going to be helpful. And then I left it when the price came to final price, I left it. And luckily enough, March the 3rd, you reach out to me personally. And then you say, I saw you show interest. Did you watch the entire training? Do you have time for one-on-one? I was like, yeah, Yenka has to reach out to me. I was so happy. I was like, you reach out to me. Most times, the people that are actually doing the courses are not the people reaching out. It's either their admin or somebody. So I went again, I click on your pictures. I was looking at that. I was like, hey, she's the same person. So she reached out to me. Okay, I accepted that day. And then I think I didn't accept. I said, I wanted to buy the cost-based expense. Do you do payment plan? You're like, yes, but we need to schedule so I can explain to you. I need to understand your journey. I need to know if it's really for you. So this is how the journey of this started that I just dish out right now. And that's how we get to this point right now.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
think I've
amazing.
answered how I
That's
started.
I'm stuck on your story. I'm like, oh, did that happen? Okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Let's see. So I'm just looking on here. Okay, yeah, it makes sense. Okay, cool. Well, I was just like, I'm enjoying the story. Keep going. So, did you even like, out of all your research, because you did a lot of research in the beginning, did you like try any other programs, maybe courses aside the 1K deal finder or whatever it was, maybe it was a software. Did you try to get into any other kind of coaching or training or what was that like?
Not really. Funny enough, this is the only one that I didn't want to go further. Pretty much I'm a risk taker. I already know that if I don't take risks, I will not get to where I want to get to. And if I get comfortable, I'm not going to achieve what I want to achieve. So I'm ready to take risks, no matter how costly it is. All I just need is good health, work the money, pay. So, but for some reason, I was more careful because in other things that I wanted to do, I bought a whole lot of courses. I've engaged into so many courses paid, but I didn't do them. So sorry, that's my daughter trying to hop in. So I didn't do them. So I was more concerned that if I really pay what I pay, I'm going to utilize this.
Yeah.
So I didn't do that because majority of the times I hear they said, oh, you have to, as a real estate agent, you have to have a license. Some are saying you don't have a license. Some say you have to have a license. So that's where I was stuck. I was more stuck like, okay, do I want to have a license where in 2 years I'm renewing them? I already have so many going on with work. I have so many things I'm doing with license. So I didn't want that situation where I'm hopping from one license to another just to maintain it. So that was the only part I bought those how off-market deal one. I think I had 7 days to try, and then if I don't want it, they can refund my money. But for some reason, I elapsed those 7 days. I tried to call, they didn't return it. So I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to watch somehow. I'm going to stumble on free that will bring me what I want. That's what I was thinking. I'll get to a free course. I'm going to be however I want it. And it would drill me, but it didn't.
Yeah.
Until when I created that Facebook, I think by then I had told myself if I'm coming back on Facebook, I'm not coming for fun, I'm coming to make money. But once I find what I'm coming to do on Facebook, I'm not coming now. But everything I'm doing, everybody's saying, oh, join us on Facebook groups. They'll answer your questions. Most questions that you want to ask, somebody must have encountered in their question. So that's when I was like, okay, you know what? Let me come on Facebook.
Yeah.
I'm really shooting myself on the leg if I don't, so I can join those groups. So that's how I came on, and then Acquired Real Estate came in front of me as an advert sponsor thing, and I was listening to you like, okay. So
You know what? I think you're actually doing better on Facebook than some of us have been there for a while. I see all your nice pictures and I think you're pretty active. So yeah, you might have a liking for for social media. So when you decided to start real estate investing, what was your goal? What were you looking to do in the future?
my goal is to be able to the very first thing I want to is the time. I want time. I want to redeem time to be with my kids, time to just be with myself, not rushing out of my bed trying to clock in somebody's time. So that was the very first thing. So I figured out that, okay, with real estate, all I've heard people are doing deals, they're having 50 as a investment, they get 50 back, something. I hear those money, I'm like, that's money I cannot even save in a year. If I can have that, I already pictured it. If I can have 50, 30, it means I'm going to be debt free in no time. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm going to do real estate. And I said to myself, if I'm going to do it, now is the numbers that I want to do, is what I was still thinking. How many I want to have in a month going on. In a year, how many I want to flip. But I'll come to that when the time comes. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, cool. And I agree with what you're saying because like when you say real estate is really a vehicle that helps you compound that money. I mean, you might not see it right now with that one deal. Yeah, you're making 30,000, you're excited and all that, but it's actually beyond that. And there are a lot of different instances where you see a high return on investment. For instance, recently we had an appraisal on a property that we bought last year. We thought that it would appraise for somewhere in the 1 million and 600 or 400,000. It actually appraised for 1 million more,
Wow.
for 2.4. So you can imagine, like, what job can you save on that will give you $1 million in 1 year? Because that $1 million virtually equity, it's technically equity. If we did like a refinance on it, at least you can pull out 800 comfortably, 800,000 comfortably, and the property will still cash flow. So what investments can give you that kind of return on your investment? You know, I don't care how much you're paying to coaching. If you like pay 100K into coaching, I believe it still gives you the best return on your investments. Because what? The 100K can be taken care of in a few deals. 1 deal, 2 deal, 3 deals, right? I mean, not like we're in that price where nothing goes to that price range. But I'm just saying the whole goal is for you should be just start. Don't worry much about because it's an investment. Whatever you're putting into educating yourself and into growing as a person to who you want to be is an investment in yourself. Yes, you can look around and say, hey, which one fits my purpose the most? Who should I go with? Whoever you choose to go with, start right away. That would be my advice, my unsolicited advice, because you're the one who should be advising us today.
No, no.
Anyway, well, thank you for that. Tell us about what brought us here today. Your current deal, it's your first deal. I should be angry that you're making 30,000 because I said you guys.
But I'll explain why.
I said you guys should not make anything less than 40,000 on a flip. But I understand sometimes things can happen down the line. And that's one of the reasons I want you to have a big, healthy profit margin. So tell us about this deal you're working on. How did you find it? Yeah, go ahead.
So before then, I think I had started a course, and I did put all my findings back, put my memory back, so I can really give out to everybody that is listening. So when I bought this course finally, after talking with you, I bought it, I think, on March 4th. And we did our very first onboarding around March 8th. We did onboarding before I begin. And then your courses, the interesting part about it is you make mention that if you do at least an hour every day, by Friday, we are having a coaching call to start looking into where are you, what, any questions. So that's how we did it. And then on the 4th week, I saw a deal on Redfin. And that same deal was because I'd watched one of your live deal analyzing teaching that you did. You showed us how we can go ahead and look for deals, how we can check the comps ourselves. That I didn't know. Most of you, when I see a deal, I always say, Rieto, what's the comps? Tell me. But you teach us how to go ahead and even look those comps ourselves before even asking the realtor. So when I saw a deal, I think immediately I reached out to you. But before then, there was one part where I was overwhelmed with those things. I think the second week, I was overwhelmed. I was stuck. I didn't want to move forward. I think fear kind of crept into my body, like, okay, you want to do this thing? Are you sure? And I appreciate you for that part where you always constantly send us emails every week to check, where are you at in your studies? Do you have questions? and make sure you schedule for your Friday or end of the week coaching call. And that alone, when I saw that thing, I was like, oh my God. So I'm going to be monitored on these courses. I didn't want to be monitored, but I want to be monitored. But I said, oh my goodness, so they're going to follow me on these things to do this. And when you came on that day, you encouraged me, you said, if possible, I should take a rest, but I shouldn't give up. I shouldn't stop. But I can always take a rest. It can be overwhelming sometimes, especially when we're just coming in new, so many things, but I should just take it step by step. That alone boosts me back. And then I was like, what kind of course is this? I just bought. Every time you need a coach, you just schedule, she comes on. I've bought courses. You don't see the coach, you just watch the coach courses. But this one was so different. I was like, oh, I have somebody that will come on, I will ask questions. I ask questions a lot. It helps me in my understanding of whatever thing I want to do. So with that alone, that was why I started loving the course. So when we found that deal and you came on, we did the deal together. I think it was a single family home. It was at least 100 and something to buy it. It was listed 100 and something. And you looked at it, you confirmed to me that this is a nice deal. Just based on the pictures that were provided, we did the deal analyzer. You're like, this is nice. I think you should go for it. And I was like, okay, how do I go for it? I was happy, but then I started getting scared a little bit, like, how do I go for it? You said go for it. How do I go for it? Where's the money? I started questioning my mind, like, where's the money? Okay, go for it. How did you say? Join, go to your Facebook, look for where are you? Look for all the groups that are investors, real estate, join all those groups, especially in your state and in the city where you really want to do this deal. And then ask there that you're looking for a contractor, you're looking for a realtor, and that's what you told me, and I will see how they come up. And I said, okay, I know that I have a contractor. I do know I have a contractor, and I know I have a realtor I can just call. But I wanted to just have more, just because my contractor can be sick, my realtor can be sick. So I just wanted to have more people aside of those ones I've already had. And they are available to come in. So I was like, okay, let me go do what they're saying. Let me forget the things that I know. Let me just focus on this training that I bought. So I went on Facebook and I put the friendly, investor friendly, contractor, realtor. And before you know it, they started reaching out. One reach out, and shout out to Tolu. Tolu reach out. I had watched one of his interview that you did. And I was admiring the fact that he's doing deals. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I wish I would be like him. Like, how did he know all these things? And he was so much specific about the things that the square footage that he wants to do. So I was more like, okay, you know what? I'm so excited. I want to be like him. And then he reached out to me and he said, oh, you're looking to have somebody in your same area that you might want to. And that's how I found the realtor. And then it becomes so funny enough that the same property that you and I analyzed, he already analyzed it. And it's the same property he's sending his realtor to go look. So now we are clashing on the same property.
Yeah.
So it becomes so amazing. And that's how we kickstart from there. Now, I was more excited. I was like, now I have somebody I can easily go to. Instead of Yenka, let me instead go to somebody that is doing this thing firsthand, that I know that I've witnessed his testimony. I know Yenka is a pro, but this is somebody that is walking the same path that I'm walking. I was so excited.
Yeah.
And for some reason, that deal, somebody outbid us on it. That was the very first deal. The second one, somebody outbid us on it. The third one, the square footage was a little bit small. It was like 9,600 and something. 969 square footage, but it's a 3-bedroom. And it's close to my area. So at some point I said to myself, you know what? For me to really enjoy this journey, let me look in my zip code. Let me start from my area and then spread my wings. Let me not start going out of state like other people. let me get a first hand of it. Let me look for my zip code. So I started in my zip code and narrowed it down to my zip code. So that's when I found a property, but the square foot, the square feet on it was too small. And when I shared it that time with Tolu, Tolu was like, that square foot is too small. You will not have room to do a whole lot, to really do a whole magic on it. I was like, yeah, I know, but I was so happy. Like, I found something. It's close to me. I can drive there. I can see it. I don't want to go far. And he said, then that 1 week, I still went ahead. I think I still did. And I put an offer, but the offer that I put, the seller was giving me a higher bid, and I didn't like it because I was not going to make anything on it. And then that's how I found this one again, in my way closer than the other one in the same zip code. Then we went for it. The square footage was encouraging, but the price that they were going for, with the numbers that we did, I was like, oh my God. Yenka said it has to be 40 and above on return on investment. It has to be 40 and above, but this is not
$40,000.
right. But this is not giving me the 40,000 as she said. I said, you know what? That's when I said to myself, I'm just gonna do this. I'm not gonna tell Yenka yet.
You apologize later.
Yes, because I know that's not what she taught us to do. But why I had to do it is I said I have to go in for the knowledge.
Yeah.
The knowledge was what I was going in straight for. Though it's good to have the profits that we are making from it. So I asked myself that in 3 months, will I save 10,000? No. But in 3 months, I can easily flip this house and make 10,000. And then
okay, so now let's the numbers now so that we can have the numbers in a row. What was your purchase price?
So the purchase price, originally the house was listed, I think it was 150. They didn't analyze that. For me to have 40, it means I have to buy the house at 110. Max, I think I can go a little bit was 115. So with 115, so I started with 110. The seller said no. The realtor was like, oh, let's shoot in again a little bit. I was like, 110 is max, truly. For me to at least have that 40 and really enjoy the profit of it, it should be 110. He was like, no, let's go again. I said, okay, max I can go is 15. We shouldn't go 15. He said no. I said, you know what, I'm going to leave it. I went back. I think I reached out to Tolu. I was like, I have this deal. He did it. He said, yeah, if you go more than that, you will not make at least.
And just by the way, because people might not know who Tolu is, Tolu was actually on this platform before. He's also one of our students. I think actually, like Tolu literally just started maybe a few weeks before you started. Because he's been in the program for a while, but he's been busy as a pharmacist and managing different stores and doing all kinds of things. So he's been like, he was like not figuring it out at the time. But when he decided to start, within 2 weeks, he got his sales under control. He was so serious, like he will get me on a call every single time. Like he'll literally text, he'll literally just, he doesn't care. You cannot be bothered until you can't afford to say you're tired with him. So he kept kind of pushing, and he really was very serious about getting the deal done, and he did. And not just one deal, 3 deals, right? And then he's very good with going with the community, like building the community. Let me talk to this one. Let me share this deal with this person. So
right.
I admire him for that. Another person that I really like their vibes and how they go about the community lifestyle, which is something I'm all about, building the community and helping other people. So I like that he was very active in also helping you kind of get situated with everything.
Yes.
And we're still talking about 3rd Street, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you ended up buying it for 130.
Yes.
Purchase price.
Yes.
And your repairs were at how much?
The repairs was at 59,000.
Okay, 59,000. Okay. And the after repair value, like after, what's the value of the property after you put in all the work? Where would you be at?
250 was the cost that we see.
Mhm.
Conservatively was what I was falling on that area.
Yeah, 250. And then you're looking at a profit of around 30,000.
Yes, yes,
I
yes.
like those numbers. I mean, it's good. Keeping your repairs in check is a good idea.
Mhm.
Making sure you're not going overboard in spending. Now we're calling all these big numbers like 150,000 or 130,000 to buy. You're fixing up with another 50,000 plus, and you're going to sell for 250. It's very easy to say, right? Even when you were newer and you hadn't gotten into real estate investing, it was like, yeah, it's easy for you guys to call those numbers. How did you come up with funding for this?
So I think with your coaching, you mentioned about private money lenders, hard money lenders. At that time, it was confusing to me who is private, who is hard money.
Mhm.
So when you break it down, I know that okay. And then you said you'll be so shocked to see that there are so many people around you that are actually having money stock up, but they don't tell you.
Of course, right? Of
Yes.
course. If you had money, you can tell anybody you had
Right. So when you said
money, right?
that and knowing that I'm coming into this, so I started pitching to my friends. It's difficult per se to start telling people, oh, you need money, knowing that it's not easy for somebody to just take their money and give to you, like on a word
No.
basis. So I didn't, that was so tight for me. I don't normally go to people to ask you money. Everybody's gonna say, oh, a data science is where you work. Oh, you have money. How can you be coming to me? So I didn't want that situation. I didn't want to be feeling that feeling. So,
Mm-hmm.
but I said, you know what? Eh, I went to a friend. I told the friend, I said, I'm about to hop into real estate. And the friend was like, I know the way you take your risks. My friends always say, the way you call numbers, the way you take risks, it scares some of us. So I told the friends, I told some other people, I think like 3 people first. And then I'll say, why I'm doing all these deal things, I will call them again and remind them, remember I said, I'm trying to do real estate. If you have some money you're not using at the moment, you can lend it to me and we're going to talk about your percentage. They were like, yeah, okay, I hear you. So that helped when I finally got the deal. When I got the deal, thanks to the fact that you have all those things put together for us, you have the hard money lender already. So when I read the process, I knew that from their numbers I could see on their dashboard, something it was already coming up to 20. I was like, you know what, I can pull that 20 myself. I think I can do that myself. I don't have to because I'm still feeling awkward to ask people money. I don't have to ask anybody money. Let me do it myself and just quietly do this deal just in case it doesn't work. I don't have anybody saying, "Oh, I told you." That was what was coming in my mind. But when I got there at the closing, it was not 20,000. It was 28,000 at the closing.
Mm-hmm.
But because I had told people about it, at the
Mm-hmm.
back of their mind, they know about it. So
Yeah.
that alone now help when I called one of them. I'm like, at this point, I need money. I'm now
Yeah.
serious. I really do need money.
So just to interrupt you right there, and
Mhm.
you know this, that the templates you followed was peculiar to you because you have people in your circle that you can tell that. If you don't
Right.
have people in your circle, you can tell I need money. So real estate investing is about needing money. It's about getting that partnership together and everybody knows what they get from the deal. So that's really how you're approaching the conversation. Then we have all the templates you need within the program to kind of, but you freestyled it and it worked for you. So I don't have anything against you for that. But just so people don't feel like they have to go and hop and be begging for money, so to speak, because to some people it's begging, right? And some people feel like I can never do that. I cannot, but you're actually attracting partnership. And so begging and attracting partnerships like two different things, right? So
Right.
maybe you didn't literally beg, but like you said in a stylish way that's unique to your friendship or your relationship with that person. So
Person, yes.
yeah, so I get it, but I just wanted to clarify that you don't have to, if you didn't have friends or partners, what other ways would you have sourced for the fund?
Bank. I would have gone to the bank and started
Well,
taking for
okay, so
loan.
you're talking about business loans.
I would have gone probably taking a personal
Personal.
loan.
Okay, yes. Business loans, personal loans are options.
Mhm.
Credit cards. You can actually, in the world of real estate investing, you can sort for down payments, and down payments with hard money is actually, or with commercial lenders is actually a lot lower because the property price is usually lower. And so when you're talking about like 10% of that low amount, like 10% of your 130 is 13,000, right? Any credit card can have 13,000 in it, and you can definitely take that to closing, right? But then you also maybe have other closing costs that you also you can have two credit cards at the end of the day at closing. It can be a HELOC on a property you already own, can be a 401k. There are a lot of different ways you can sort for this. And guess what? If you don't have anything that's all your bare bones, there are definitely ways to still go about this. Yes or no, Mimi?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, just so it's not me that's saying, and they say, oh, well, the coach can say everything she wants to say, but that's true, right?
Yes, so
I'm
true.
saying the truth. Good.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
Because at some point I had to go into that HELOC part. But when I did, I will always go as far as they'll say no until I get to the
Yeah.
point where it's all blocked, then I can. So I
Plus,
went as
also,
far,
maybe you just recently bought your property,
right.
right?
So that's how I'm
So,
explaining.
yeah.
I went as far as that. And then when they did the numbers, they're like, oh, you just recently bought your property. I said, yeah, I had to just come this far.
Yeah, yeah, that might not work out. So you have to look at other options.
Right.
So if you had to give any advice on funding, what would it be? Based on your experience so far.
Based on my experiences, you just have to share this what you're working on to the people around. It doesn't necessarily mean the people can give you, but they have people who they know they might help. Because in my own part, I went to somebody I know that had money, but the person told me, "Oh yes, truly I have money, but I'm building a school in my country. I don't have the money, but I'm going to take what you're telling me to my friends." So he literally went to his friend and told them. But just because it was urgent at that moment, the friends to have engaged in other projects that were taking their money. So, but if I had told him like I was telling my friends, maybe by the time that I was getting this house, somebody might have had some money to give me.
Yeah, cool. So you've
But
been doing
because
a lot of
yes, but because I was just holding it a little bit to myself, like, oh, let me just say a little bit of friends. Oh, I don't want to bother anybody. But if what I was telling these three same friends I had told other people, that would have helped even
And
more.
what are they getting on return on investments? How much interest are they getting from their money?
The interest that you told us, 10%.
10%? Oh, I didn't tell you 10%. When I started, I was giving my investors 12%. And these are my friends, right? That will, hey, 10K here, 15K, I'm going to give you a good return on your investment, 12%. Let's do this together.
So
And
I wanted
after,
to be on a safe
no,
side.
conservative, I get it. No, I'm just telling you that you got a great deal and it's fine.
Yes,
You did
so I think
great. Yeah.
that's my advice, that as you start, just start telling people. Just keep reminding them. People will hear it, they act like
Yeah.
they don't hear it. But the more you keep telling them, somebody among all the people will say, no, this person is serious. This person keeps saying this, they are serious. Somebody will say, oh, they are not serious. But
So there's something you do that tells me you're reminding people even without picking up your phone.
oh yes. Oh, the
Your
part
presence.
where yes, the part where I'm literally posting all these videos that I'm doing.
Mhm.
In the beginning, when I started, I was not posting videos, not because I didn't want to, but because I know how I was going to start posting those videos. I didn't want to start at the beginning, but I already know what I was going to aim. And I didn't just want to post video on my page. I like I said, I'm a tech person, so I like segregating things. Even prior to me entering real estate, I had a whole real estate email ready. So I wanted to make sure that if I'm going to do it, it should not be under my own personal page. I don't want to be mixing things. It should be
Yeah.
on its page on itself.
That's
So when I'm ready, I will know what name I'm going to use. So I didn't start posting them. But if for anybody that already know all that, you can start. You don't have to wait. Yes, you don't
Yeah.
have to wait for like me. I always just target the little things. I already know how I want to target the audience. I know how I want to ginger them, to them. So I already know those things. So yes, so you
And
can
for some
really
people,
do videos is very necessary because we live in a time where people like seeing things and they like being
yeah.
visual. They like to see that this thing is really happening. And sometimes it's not only you talking over the video, people want to see you involved in it. Because as for my part, when I saw your advert, it's because I saw people literally were live talking, not behind the scene, but they were talking. So people want to see you in it. When they see you in it, they're like, okay, yes, it means this thing is real. So that's
Yeah.
another way you can do
And
it.
most people spend most of their time on social media
A
anyway,
lot.
scrolling.
Yes.
So rather than wasting your time scrolling, why don't you be a producer rather than a consumer of
Right.
social media is wasting all your time? So why don't you put something out there that gets people thinking, she's into real estate? And guess what? You know what? Some people are like, what if I don't get a like? Then what?
Right. The thing is,
People
see,
saw it,
this
they
is the
just didn't
thing, right?
respond.
I always tell people that the people that are going to really support you, they're not in your contacts. They're not.
That's true. It can just be
They're not.
that one
They're
quiet
not
person.
right. They're not in your family meetings. They're not in your gathering. You'll be so shocked. Just like I'll give an example. I met Tolu not on my family meeting. It was on real estate, and we clicked right away. He's more like a brother. In fact, he's a brother that I never had, a big brother.
So
So
you
that's
guys have
how
to pay brotherhood fees to the
it's coming.
community.
It's coming. So it's the same thing. If you post, I'm so sure in 7 billions of people, there are people who are your audience. You only know by posting.
And they might not show it even. They might not even
Yes.
so because some people have the social media charm. Some people don't have the social media charm and they feel like, why should I be posting? I don't want to be ridiculous. I don't want to ridicule myself. You know what I mean?
Yes, but then if you look at it, it's that little voice in you speaking.
Yeah.
All of
That
us have those
voice that
little
pulls
voices
you
in
back.
you, yes, that always say, you know what, I'm very concerned. Maybe somebody look at me and like, oh, you were also doing this. Is that little voice? If you pay attention to that voice, you will never really go far.
Yeah.
That's
And
a
some
voice.
people can actually legit hate you for you feel
Right.
that energy. Because like
But
when you're posting something that's not business, like people are like, hey,
right,
hey, hey, but like if it's business, people are like, oh, I don't want
right.
this.
But then I always say, don't focus on them. Focus on those who are interested to listen. If you have
Exactly.
one in 10 and you have one ear that wants to listen, focus your energy on that. Don't focus on the 10 other people that will not take you to anywhere.
Yeah.
Of course they're going to hate. Of course they're going to come after you. If you don't have the energy, don't even reply.
Yeah. True.
Yes, if
I
you
see
really
some
don't have
comments here. Happy
Mhm.
birthday, Mimi. My daughter and I share the same birth month as well. Cool, Naomi.
Okay.
And Sam said this is the real deal. Yes, it is. Cove Gold says the people who will support you are not your contacts. Word. Putting in, yeah, that is true. Putting in social media, you can be an inspiration for others. That is true. Like this world is not an island. You gotta be out there. Forget about being shy. Being shy is an indication of low self-esteem. Once I realized that in my life, everything changed. There's no virtue to being shy. Being shy. Being shy doesn't mean you're more responsible, unfortunately. No, it's not. It's just saying you're not confident in who you are and you don't appreciate the deposit that God has put inside of you because everyone is special. Now, if you're shy, you're holding back, it means you're saying you're not that special. You're not that great like other people. So think about the reason why you're shy. It's not humility. You're just not confident in yourself, and God is not happy with you. I'm sorry. Like you send someone out to go do something, they're like, I'm shy. It's annoying. Okay, so yeah. So like when you say people who will support you and not in your contact, okay, cool. Yeah, I mean sometimes they might be in your contact, right? And I
Mhm.
agree, sometimes they're not. Like there was a time I was working on a deal earlier when I started, and I ran it by my friend. I just run it by people. I had like a text template. I also had like, hey, quick call. So I ran it by a friend, and are you gonna be able to join on this? Or she's like, no, I can't do that right now. But I have a friend who has been looking for something like this. Quick call to that friend. I never saw that friend. That friend sent over $80,000 just by referral. They don't know me, but we had a healthy conversation over the phone, right? Went back and forth on what it's like, what's going to happen, and all that. They were comfortable and they went for it. We didn't see each other for 3 years. Every single year, this person is always doing deals with me, getting their nice chunk of percentage interest. And then later on, we met. Now we work on multi-million-dollar deals. You're actually helping people.
Yes.
I literally just got off the phone or a meeting with this friend, sharing how we're getting 100% return on investment back on this investment. So excited. They're like, when is the next one? I've helped this life over a couple of years. If I was shy to reach out to that initial friend, what? So you see, it's not, you're doing it to help people. When you're talking to people about partnerships, you're actually trying to help them.
And
It's,
then it's not only about help them. There's some people who their pride have built a whole wall in front of them. They don't see you as somebody they can learn from.
hmm,
But
you got
for
to
me,
prove yourself in that
yes.
case.
So yes, even if you prove yourself, but some people see like, nah, I cannot learn. This one cannot teach me anything.
Hmm.
I don't care even if this person know it better. They'd rather go to your apprentice, somebody you teach, than going to
I
them.
would not work with those people. I'm sorry.
That's
If
what
you're
I'm
not
saying.
confident in me,
Right.
no.
So that's how some people will see you. Like, oh, who are you? You that we just know yesterday. You want to tell me
Exactly,
you
no.
know
That always happens. Yeah.
right. So those you will meet people like that. But when it comes to learning, I will always tell people that age does not matter in it. Go for anybody, any age that has that thing that you're looking for. Just humble and learn it. Because at the end of it, you're the one benefiting it. They can never take it away from you for what you know. They cannot.
Yeah. True. And I see a question here. How do you deal with family that don't know you're trying to grow and see it as if you're rich and tasking you?
So
Does that always happen? That always
it does
happen,
happen. It does
whether
it
you
does
show yourself
happen.
or not.
It
Just
does
have a
happen.
healthy career and that will happen
It does
automatically.
happen. It's not only family. How about even spouses that don't support you till they see you
Mm,
really make it? So it's not only about family. Like I said, anybody that will not support you to grow, I don't think that person you should put your energy on at
yeah.
that
I think
moment.
what she's trying to say is, okay, so now I start to post about homes, like how you're posting about homes, and all of a sudden, family demands.
No,
She's
tell
rich.
them you don't,
So,
you don't have the money. The money you see right
um,
now is for
but this person
business.
doesn't want to be seen as mean and not understanding or greedy and selfish.
You know what I would tell people at this moment, every money I have is for business. I don't even have it for myself. It's for
Yeah. They say my
so
sister. So if it's your family, say my sister or it's
I
bank's
know.
money.
Of
It's
course, they
bank's
will
money
always
we're
come.
using, or do you want to put money?
Exactly.
The
So
same
I've
amount
seen
they're
that.
asking you for is the same amount you ask them for. And
I've
say,
seen
hey,
that. I've seen that. Even when I started posting, everybody
when
when I
they
was
do like this, you do like this.
right. Even when I started posting, everybody when I started posting, some people
That's
will
funny
say,
though.
"Oh, I see you have money." I'm like, "Yeah." I told the person, I said, "Anybody that is see my post have money." She said, "What do you mean have?" I
Yeah,
said, "For you to see my post means you have money. How
mhm,
did you pay for that internet to see it? You have money.
exactly. You have
Everybody
some
see my
money.
post, you have money. Just don't say you don't have money. It's just that mine is doing something louder, but all of us have
Uh-huh.
money. Yes.
And
See,
then, you know what? Getting into real estate investing also helps you screen your circle
yes, a
because you will
whole lot.
come across friends who are jealous. If you don't have a healthy friendship circle, you just see automatically they don't want to talk to you. And just life, like
But
people like to repel good,
you
right? So
have
you're
to
gonna
know
see
that.
that happen and you gotta be prepared because if you have to do better in life, then you need a better circle of people
Yes.
who think like you who want to grow rather than being jealous and angry or just not knowing why you're just not happy with this person. How about ask, hey, I saw you just started this good thing. Is this something I can do also? That is how you know people with good intention who really want to grow with you. So I warn you ahead of time. If you really care about what people say, like you might lose some people in your circle. So would you rather lose those people that don't matter, or you want to keep them and remain poor, or remain in a situation you don't like, right?
I
That's
always say your life is like a tree. As long as that tree keep growing, some leaves have to go. Some branches
Yep.
have to go. For that tree to go further, the very first branches, we're going to prune them. Even some fruits, they don't stay for harvest, start to come and harvest. Some fall out.
Yeah,
They gotta go. That's just how life is.
true,
If
true.
you put
Gotta
those
be
things
ready.
behind your back, at the back of your mind, you will not be angry when some of those things fall out. You just know they just saved you. They just
Yeah,
saved you. Yes.
exactly. That is true. Fatima says this was inspirational. Thank you. Oh,
Thank
thanks
you.
to Mimi for all the nuggets. Redman Yembe says, I have a question about lending from family or friends. Do you offer collateral if you lend funds, even though you will pay back with a percentage? So I'm not going to have Mimi answer this question because I know how she structured her deal. And I told her next time, structure it, structure your lending. I believe, and this is how we should do it. Family or not family, protect everyone's interest with insurance, property insurance that lists them as additional insured. And they are also like a bank. So they come on the deal as a bank. So they have a deed as well. Okay. So with those two things, they actually see that they're guaranteed their return on investments based on the numbers you're showing them and based on their investments or money being secured in the property, whether family, whether not family, everybody. If you don't take things for granted, you are a business person. You got to build a solid business. So you don't take people for granted because they're family or friends, right? Or you don't get lazy when it comes to family or friends, because guess what? If it comes out and they're not protected, they're not going to trust you again. So however you will treat a business associates, go to the books, go buy the books as much as possible. It's the same way you should treat family if they choose to do business with you. So always business is business, and that's how I work as well. That's how I roll. Even though I have friends that have invested, they know initially I would send checks every single month. For their interest. And in the beginning, I chose to do that because I wanted them to trust me. You've not done something with me before. I want you to see me performing on a more consistent basis rather than saying, I hope at the end of a couple months that I can get my money back. I don't want that suspense. I want you to start to see your money right away. So I would say earn your family's trust and you're going to go far. Earn your friends, close friends' trust. In fact, even if they're not asking for it and you went ahead and did it, they'll respect you a little bit more. Okay. So
And I
that's
think in addition to that, there's something I do for those who have invested in this property, every time I send them pictures from every stages I'm going, I always update them. Sometimes I even go as far as calling video calls when I'm on site, showing them how far the property is. And I even go ahead and say, whenever you are around, let me know. I'll take you there so you get to see it firsthand. So some of them have seen it, some of them see pictures on daily basis as it progresses.
I love that. That is definitely amazing. Cool. Thank you for that advice on funding. She said everything we've been saying on advice on funding is try to be out there. You might be shy, but just try and get yourself out there, out of your comfort zone. Okay. Um, so were there any like project tools or resources that were helpful to you or so far helpful for you?
Um, the resources,
Okay.
the insurance that Acquire Real Estate has was so helpful.
Mhm.
Having those at their fingertip, they're so helpful. And then having you to get to you on a schedule is very, very, very helpful because, like I said, I've had so many courses you don't get to the coach like you give your open schedule that we can schedule and talk with you is very helpful. And then this one of these coaches that we have every now and then that you bring at the end of the month, You bring us nuggets and everything. It's very helpful. It is. It is.
Thank you for sharing that. And we also have meetings twice a week as well, which
Yes, it's
we do a
very
lot.
helpful. So even if when we missed it, we have the recording to come and watch. You will not know how many times I play back the recordings when I'm working on my computer. I'm listening to it. So I'm getting information. So when one kicks in, like they say, if you listen to something and something kicks in and you share, you're like, that's the word for you. That's exactly that word for you. I will pause and then I'll repeat it again. So in case I missed it. Yes. So all those things are so much helpful. The course that we bought with those templates, the templates that I've downloaded, I've saved in my computer. They are very helpful because I don't know where I would have start writing all the real estate jargons and drafting it. But then we just have it at our fingertip where we just edit and put business names and all the things. They are so helpful.
That's good to know. Just to reiterate, I think I was the one who was saying, because you sent me your deal analyzer, what's your total profit on this deal?
It's somewhere between the 30, yes, it's somewhere between that 30 mark. But I believe I'm going to make more than that.
So how much? 30,000?
Yes, 30,000 is what the deal is, but I
Okay,
don't believe
that's
I'm
the
gonna
profit
make
on the deal.
Yes.
Okay, I know we had in the flyer and all that, but I just wanted to confirm with you that we got it right. Okay, and I also see that you've been quite involved in your community, your Maryland folks, all your all within the acquired real estate community, all our coaching students. How many people in Maryland? I think you guys are over 20 something, right? But I see you guys kind of like, maybe you've had a few get-togethers, or what's going on in that community? Not snitching on you guys, but like,
I
based on
think
your involvement, what do you think about the community?
it's nice. I've only get to meet 2 people so far.
Okay.
A part of Tolu that counts in. He's not in Maryland, but I've got to meet I think Chichi and there's this other guy. That name is so difficult to call. So I've got to meet him. So I met 2 people. I'm yet to still meet more people around. So we just get to sit and learn from each other. Yes, I'm yet to meet them.
And you think that's helpful too?
Yes, it motivates you.
Yeah.
And then you now know that even if you cannot get to Yank at the moment, but you have somebody that's gone through this, you're going to call. It might not only just help with our physical words we say, but it might help with our contractors. You see, I might have a contractor that has somebody that you're in need of in your own contract. That will help.
And I see you guys have been sharing contractors too, here and there.
Yes, because that's the only way you get to know a good contractor or a bad one.
Yeah, by referral. So if somebody have used that.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, cool. If you had to give one big, so Martin says, thanks to Mimi, I have a property under contract today. Yay, congratulations.
Congratulations,
Congratulations, Martin. We'll announce your deal within the community. We always like to celebrate our folks when they go under contracts. And I was just talking to Shardisha. I don't know if she's on this line today, but she also had 3 deals that I didn't even know about under contracts, and 1 on the market, which I didn't even know about. So when we had the live the last time, she actually had more than we thought. Anyway, congratulations to every one of you. Maybe if we had to leave the space with like one good advice for everybody, just that one big advice you feel like people need to know. I know you've given a lot of nuggets here and there, but if you had to like say that one big thing that's very important to you, what would it be?
Don't let
For people who think real estate investing is like beyond their reach, like I can't do this. It's not for people like me because, whatever the reason. But what would that one big advice be?
Don't let fear stop you from taking that very first step. The very hard step is that first one, and fear is right there, literally ready to stop you. And don't let people who have failed to discourage you. Do not let people who are not actually taking the course that you're taking advise you. Yes, don't share, don't go share to somebody that has not even done VST, does not understand, or had did or did not do, and it fails, and then you're telling them, oh, how do you think about this deal? What do you know? They will never tell you any good thing. They will only tell you about their failures. So do
Yeah.
not go to somebody that's not taking your course to ask for advice. Ask advice in the community where people actually are doing what they're doing, what you're about to do.
Yeah, I agree. So you don't want to ask for advice from someone who heard a story about somebody or
Right.
had a
People
close
can
friend
go ask
that
an advice to a realtor. A realtor is different from an investor.
you're right. That's
There
so true.
are realtors that are not doing fix and flip. They don't understand what is actually happening in it. So if you go ask them, you don't expect them telling you that, oh, you can get hard money lender from here and there. No.
Yeah. Thank you for that advice. I like it. I like it. Be careful who I've learned a lot from this session with you. Be careful who's in your circle. I think we talked a lot about what's going on around you, what's in your circle, right? And everybody has doubts when they want to change. Let's say you want to get into a program, you want to do this, you want to do that, right? So you want to be careful also with who you're choosing for different things, because that's also making up your circle, right? You don't want to form a circle of regrets. So be careful, and also don't take people as seriously as you are doing right now by not posting on social media, thinking they care about whatever emotions you're
No,
going through. When
your
you know,
audience are there. Your audience are waiting for you. You're the only
yes,
one
the
delaying.
audience. I like that.
Yes.
Your audience, your main audience. Just like not everyone is a good fit for this coaching. I have calls with some people, and when I talk to them, I already know they're not a good fit for our community. Still, I screen people before they get into our community to make sure it's the right fit. Because what I want you to benefit. I want to make sure you will do the work you need to do. I want you to be serious, because if you don't have results, it's of no benefit to me. Right? So before you come in, I want to make sure that our goals align, that we can actually provide or take you to where you want to go. If we cannot take you there and you want to go somewhere else, I'll definitely gladly recommend somebody else to you to help you if I have that resource. Otherwise, I'll just let you know you're not a good fit for our community, unfortunately, right? So your community, people that surround you, is very important. It's what I've learned from this. And I learned a lot more, putting yourself out there and just doing what you need to do and growing with other people, growing with a community. It's good to be good. It's good to be nice to people. And I did learn that from this. If you guys can please type thank you in the comments for Mimi for coming on board. Thank you. Somebody says, Martin, I will see your email. She said she sent me an email today. Thank you. Martin is part of our community. That's Jen Bart. Hi, Iamba says, congratulations, Mimi, and more money and blessings to Yinka for holding our hands. You're most welcome. I like the blessings and the money. And I think Iamba also said something. Thank you, our boss, Yinka, for the speaker. Thank you, our boss, Yinka, and the speaker for your teachings. Thank you so much, Yamba. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We have such a loyal, nice, beautiful community. I love you guys. Thanks, Mimi. Awesome by Clove. Irona,
Thank you.
congratulations, Mimi. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, Mimi.
Thank you.
If you want to type in the comments, if you want to join the inner circle, definitely type inner circle in the comments. And Meg is going to reach out to you and get you started. So type inner circle if you're looking to get started in your real estate investing journey. If you want to be the next testimonial, come on now. Was it Mimi? Mimi, you're the one that said, or you're one of the people that said, I want to be the next testimonial. I think I heard that from you.
I did say that.
Right?
Yes. I was looking forward for this day.
Yeah. Mimi said, I want to be your next testimonial. And I said, yes, let's get this started. And here we are today, like deja vu, right? So if you want to be the next testimonial, definitely type inner circle in the comments. Fatima, I miss you so much. We need to catch up. Okay. All right. So type inner circle in the comments. And also, you guys remember, you're going to see Mimi live at our summit. Not just Mimi, you're going to see Tolu. The same Tolu she's talking about, they're all registered for the summit. Everybody in the community who's doing deals are registered for the summit in November. So what are you waiting for? This is like, if you're not part of the coaching right now, this is a free ticket to success. You're going to be in the same room with these folks for 3 days. So if you want to attend the summit, please type summit in the comments and we're going to reach out to you. type summits in the comments, and Meg is gonna help you enroll. Okay, so type summit, type inner circle to join us, type summits to meet in person in November. We're looking forward to, actually, the early bird registration ends at the end of the week, so don't wait till the end and figure, oh, I wish I had done early bird. It would not be available anymore. It would be the regular registration rate. It's $4.99 right now for early bird. If you're registering normally, it would be $6.99. So if you go past this week, it's going to be $699. And guess what? The value in there is over $5,000 in value for that summit. So we're not charging you for anything extra than, you know, the bare bones. Okay, it's not a money income making or generating activity having you register for the summit. So definitely take advantage of that. We enjoyed being here, guys. I enjoyed having Mimi. Thank you so much. And everybody, we're gonna say have a great night. Mimi, you want to say bye to your fans, because everybody here loves you.
Bye. Thank you for
Have a great
following me
night.
on Facebook. That's all.
Absolutely. Please follow her on Facebook. Mimi, do you want to type your business page in the comments as well?
Yes,
You can
I
have
will.
some likes and following on her business page. Just follow her. Maybe following her, I'm sure it's not even maybe. Following her is gonna motivate you. You're gonna, each time you see her, you're gonna say, what am I still doing? Come on now, I gotta start. I gotta do something. I gotta make money.
So
So
I do
type
have
that.
that, and then I also have for Facebook.
Okay, so type the
I have
Facebook page.
Facebook and YouTube as well.
Okay, so type the Facebook page first,
Mhm.
at least before we end the live, so people can visit immediately. And also after the live, you can also still include that in the comments. So the live is not going to wipe away the comments. You'll still have the comments. So good night, everyone, and have a wonderful, tremendous week. Type inner circle to get started, and also type summits, and we'll see you in November. Mimi has also typed in her Mimi Fix and Flip journey page on here for you to follow. All right, it was nice being here. Have a great
Thank you so much. Goodbye.
good night.